My journey into understanding how dogs perceive their human companions began with a simple observation of Max, my loyal Labrador. It was during one of those long, work-from-home evenings filled with endless emails and phone calls that I first noticed Max's behavior. Typically, he was content to lie quietly by my feet, occasionally thumping his tail in a rhythmic beat. That evening was different. Max seemed restless, frequently nudging my hand away from the keyboard and attempting to lock eyes with me. This behavior, at first mildly amusing, soon struck a chord with me. It dawned on me that Max was acutely aware of when my attention was focused on him and when it was diverted. His antics escalated whenever I was particularly busy or preoccupied. This revelation led me to delve deeper into canine behavior, uncovering studies that showed dogs have a heightened sense of human focus and engagement. It explained why Max acted out more when I was absorbed in my work or distracted by my phone calls. The dynamics in our household took a significant turn with the arrival of Bella, a spirited beagle puppy. Max's reaction to this new addition was immediate and revealing. The once confident and independent Labrador became noticeably sullen. His usual enthusiastic greetings became half-hearted, and he sought my attention more than ever. This change in Max paralleled findings from a study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. The study highlighted how dogs exhibit signs of jealousy and anxiety when their owners divide attention among other pets. Watching Max interact with Bella, it was clear he was experiencing a sense of insecurity, displaying a need for reassurance in the face of this new household change. Max's intelligence shone through in more ways than one. His sense of fairness especially was most apparent during our play sessions. If Bella received more treats or seemed to monopolize my attention, Max would withdraw, sitting away with a look of unmistakable disgruntlement. This behavior was a mirror to the findings of research from the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna, which demonstrated dogs' sensitivity to fair treatment. Moreover, Max's ability to use his facial expressions for emotional manipulation was uncanny. The infamous puppy dog eyes were his secret weapon. Studies have shown this expression is a deliberate tactic used by dogs to elicit affection and attention from humans. Max had perfected this art, using it whenever he wanted an extra treat or a longer cuddle session. One of Max's most remarkable abilities was his sense of smell, which seemed to give him a window into my health. I learned about dogs' incredible olfactory capabilities, which are far superior to humans. This was brought home to me in a personal way when Max became fixated on a small mole on my arm. His persistent sniffing and licking of the area prompted me to get it checked, leading to an early diagnosis of a benign but potentially troublesome skin condition. Max's empathy was most palpable during times of emotional stress. On days when I felt overwhelmed or down, he seemed to intuitively understand my need for comfort. He would become unusually quiet, often resting his head gently in my lap and offering silent companionship. Research in the fields of animal cognition and learning and behavior supports these observations, showing that dogs can discern human emotional states and respond with empathy. His comforting presence during such times was a heartwarming reminder of the deep emotional connection dogs can forge with their human companions. Max's ability to sense and respond to my emotions highlighted a level of empathy and understanding that went beyond the basic instincts of animals. Max's understanding of human relationships was another aspect of his keen perception. He seemed to have an innate sense of the dynamics between the different people in our lives. His behavior towards others mirrored my own. He was warm and playful with friends I was close to, and more reserved with those I was less fond of. This observation aligned with studies showing that dogs are sensitive to their owners' social interactions and can even develop feelings based on their owner's attitude towards them. Max's ability to interpret human intentions was most evident in our daily interactions. He could tell the difference between the times I was preparing for a walk and when I was getting ready to leave for work. His reactions were markedly different for each scenario, excited and energetic for the former, and subdued for the latter. Max's sensitivity was not just limited to our interactions within the home. He had an acute awareness of my comings and goings, a trait that was both endearing and heart-wrenching. On days when I had to leave for extended periods, Max seemed to pick up on the slightest cues. The packing of a suitcase, the donning of my coat, and his demeanor would change dramatically. He would become visibly anxious, often whining softly and following me from room to room. Conversely, his reaction to my return was always one of pure joy. Max would sense my arrival minutes before I walked through the door, his tail wagging ferociously and his barks echoing through the house. This remarkable ability to sense my presence even before seeing me highlighted not just his strong bond with me, but also his keen understanding of time and routine. Max's perception of time was intriguing. His behavior suggested a sense of the passage of time, which I later learned was linked to dogs' sense of smell. Their ability to detect the different scents of various times of the day helps them distinguish between morning, afternoon, and evening. The unique ability allowed Max to anticipate not just my return, but also the timing of his meals and walks. Understanding the depth of Max's emotional intelligence transformed our relationship. It became clear that acknowledging his emotional awareness was key to strengthening our bond. I began engaging with Max in ways that recognized his sensitivities, ensuring that our interactions were not just physically fulfilling, but also emotionally resonant. Engaging with Max meant understanding his needs and responding to them in kind. I made a conscious effort to spend quality time with him, ensuring he felt secure and loved, especially in the face of changes like Bella's arrival. We developed new rituals and routines that catered to his emotional well-being, from longer walks to more interactive play sessions. Being attuned to Max's emotions became a crucial part of our daily life. I learned to read his body language and respond to his emotional states. When he seemed anxious or stressed, I would take extra time to comfort him, using soothing tones and gentle strokes. In moments of joy and excitement, I shared in his enthusiasm, reinforcing the positive emotions with praise and affection. I also focused on nurturing Max's cognitive abilities, recognizing that mental stimulation was as important as physical exercise. Engaging Max's mind became a regular part of our routine, providing him with challenges that kept him sharp and engaged. Mental stimulation for Max came in various forms: puzzle toys that required him to solve problems for treats, training exercises that introduced new commands, and exposure to new environments all played a part in keeping his mind active. These activities not only enhanced his cognitive abilities, but also provided opportunities for us to bond on a deeper level. I made it a point to acknowledge and reward Max's intelligence. Positive reinforcement for demonstrating understanding or mastering a new skill became a regular practice. This not only encouraged his learning and growth, but also reinforced the trust and respect between us. My experiences with Max had profound implications for how I approached his training and behavior management. Recognizing his emotional intelligence and cognitive abilities informed my methods, making them more empathetic and effective. Training Max became an exercise in mutual understanding. Instead of traditional command-based training, I focused on methods that considered his emotional state and intelligence. This approach not only made training more effective, but also more enjoyable for both of us. Understanding the reasons behind Max's behavior, such as his anxiety during departures or his need for attention amidst changes, allowed me to manage these behaviors empathetically. Approaching his behavior with an understanding of his perspective led to solutions that were compassionate and effective, strengthening our bond even further. Have you noticed similar behaviors or abilities in your pets? How have you adapted to meet their emotional and intellectual needs? Sharing these experiences can deepen our understanding and appreciation for the remarkable creatures that share our lives.